Hey, hey, welcome back. Welcome for the first time. If this is your first time joining us here, give me a couple moments to get things set up and then we will do an energy update. I will share the downloads that have been coming through for me and then we'll pull some cards for the message and see what Spirit has to say along with the downloads, kind of a continuation. And then I'm going to put a link here in the comments section, and this is for our private soul tribe. So typically we extend the message in there in our Patreon community. I would love to have you join us in there. But yes, play small, stay small. It's interesting because that message came through during my workout from my trainer this morning, and on that, my health, wellness, mind, body, soul connection, truly this vessel, right? We only have one. If you are interested in starting your own wellness journey, go to my website on my YouTube page, my Linktree site there, click on the tab that says Movement, Mindset, and Meals, and you can start your own journey. If you have questions about that, let me know, reach out. On my website, there's also a form you can fill out if you're interested in working with me one-on-one. I guess you could join our private soul tribe that way as well, but like I said, I did put the link below. It's just a little easier for you to hop on. And let's just see. On that though, with the wellness journey, I find it so interesting, right? I follow several spiritual leaders, right? People I'm drawn to that are further along in the spiritual journey than me, that guideposts, right? Lighthouses, if you will, kind of like I am for some of you, because we're all just leading each other home, right? We're all teachers and students at the same time, just at different points on our journey. But yes, I've been noticing a lot of the leaders I've been following for several years now are being nudged to start their wellness journey. You know, they've been doing the spiritual shifts, changing their mind, and now they're being nudged to change their body, their physical vessel. And it's funny because I started with the physical vessel for vain reasons like 12 years ago, simply because I wanted to lose some weight. And after several years, seeing how I could change my body, something like a switch went off, and it was like, oh, if you can change your body, I wonder what you can do with your mind. Not to mention, like I said, my trainer this morning, every workout, yes, it's a physical workout, but our trainers pour love into our soul. It's therapy as well. Not only do you push your limits and show yourself how strong you are, stronger than you previously thought you were, right? That's how we push our own limits, which is beautiful with the downloads that have been coming through. I'll share here in a minute. But also, yes, you begin to implement these mindset pieces that they are firing at you. They're spitting life into you throughout the whole workout, basically. I mean, I wouldn't be at these workouts almost. It'd be 12 years in January if they weren't amazing and life-changing for me. But yes, on that, right, we're all on our own unique journeys. There are some that are like me that started with the physical and then it led to the mindset and the spiritual. And there are some that started with the mindset and the spiritual, and now they're wanting to call in the physical changes. Truly, it's just all about respect for our soul, our mission, our purpose, and knowing that we can't be our best self and serve others if we don't have goodness, joy, abundance, gratitude, peace to give away. We're just giving away junk, right? So play small, stay small. And yes, this Venus in Scorpio, right? I know we were all excited to come out of Scorpio season and be in Sagittarius season, which is more high vibe, joy, all of that. But then, hello, Venus and Scorpio. Yesterday, I can't remember where it was, but there was a square yesterday that made yesterday extremely rough too. And this Venus and Scorpio vibes is going to be going on for a bit. So if you feel like, man, we just came out of Scorpio, I was just finding some relief, and now here I am deep diving again. The wisdom and gains that we obtain in this darkness will remain. So the wisdom and gains we obtain will remain. I love that. I might even make that a quote or something. From Spirit through me to you. But yes, I'm reading Untethered Soul here too. And he just speaks on all of these masks, layers we use to protect ourselves, right? These limiting beliefs, these walls we create that are mind-based, right? Created of our own accord. And then when we get close to that edge, something that is bumping up against a belief, a previous belief, versus pushing through that wall and seeing what's on the other side. We are conditioned to protect ourselves, right? And to fall back from that wall. But if you really just allow yourself to feel it and push through with little gains at a time, you will notice on the other side of that wall that the fear was just an illusion. So when something arises and we no longer run from it, but towards it, this is true freedom and liberation. The emotion, the energy will pass, right? Emotion is literally energy in motion. So that's what it does if we just allow it, right? We feel it all. And then if we can become the observer, the witness, and get behind that, after that release, there is a peaceful presence. You're the observer. Whereas the other choice is whenever anything uncomfortable pops up, we put up those walls, ways, defenses, band-aids, whatever behaviors to protect ourselves from that uncomfortableness. It doesn't go away. It's just buried in there. And then there's more and more uncomfortableness buried on top of that until we explode or lash out on someone or something that isn't even related to that situation scenario. And then we have more messes to clean up. That's what creates that karma and so on. So allow yourself to feel it, right? And then if you can get behind that, that's where that phrase, the peace that surpasses all understanding, I may be slaughtering a little bit, but that's where that phrase comes from. With these shifts, changes, redirection, we're being asked to know that the uncomfortableness will pass, but the lessons and gains will remain. That's the treasure we are deep diving for. All the pieces of our power we gave away along the way, right? We're calling it back. And we can't do that unless we're put in situations, scenarios where we have to stand at our edge, our own limitations, the prison of our own mind, and go beyond that. Only then will we know our true power. And I'm on the chapter about going beyond our limits in untethered soul. Can you tell? So yes, I love that. I think that's beautiful. I'm going to start us out here. I'm just going to flip page and pull a Wayne quote, and then we'll pull some messages. But if you would like to contribute your energy, please subscribe to our channel. If you're liking these messages, want more, subscribe to the channel, like the video. Again, if you would like some sort of a personal message, if you want to contribute your energy to this, because this is a we thing, not a me thing, right? The interconnectedness at an energetic level, time doesn't exist, and neither does separateness. So, but yes, I'm going to just start us with a Wayne quote, just randomly flip, and then we'll pull some cards. The purpose of life is to know God and to know ourselves as an individuation of God, right? And that we breathe, that we showed up on this planet, that we communicate is a miracle. I love that. A reminder, we are powerful co-creators and miracles are natural. Did you hear Abby sigh? That was our confirmation on that. So yes, we're deep diving in order to remember our power, to call back our soul fragments. Again, if you're needing something, reach out. If you're wanting a personal reading, or if you're wanting a personal reading that's not a live reading, you can book a live reading, schedule a live reading on my website. But if you're wanting a personal reading, where I do the reading and send it to you via email, Facebook Messenger with images in the reading, voice notes, etc., message me. And if you're wanting access to the course I created, I guess those are a couple things I don't have on my website yet. I'm still figuring out how to go about that. Also, just chaos in general. There's a lot going on in life, right? Holiday season, if that's something you celebrate, I have a to-do list a mile long. Don't let again, time, the man-made construct, stress you out. Don't let the holidays, remember that the holidays are a blessing. Every day is something to be grateful for, right? Don't let 44. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Yes, the storm is for our benefit. But yes, I finally just told myself, I mean, these messages were coming through. It's interesting what I'm noticing the last few weeks, especially, is the second I get the thought, Spirit nudges me to come on. And I'm like, I have no idea what I would talk about. Spirit's like, don't worry. And I am just flooded with these downloads, these notes. I can't, my soul is pulling me. And it's a knowing that these messages I need to hear everything that comes through always, but they're not just for me. And yes, I have found when I do the things that calm and soothe my soul, like do this, continue on my mission, do things that make myself proud, right? Because these are commitments I made to myself to be consistent with these videos. Success doesn't happen overnight. every time I do this, it's a little small win in my toolbox, right? And then I'll have more energy, momentum to do the other more tedious things I need to do later today. So follow your joy first, and that joy momentum will carry you through. If you are aligned, it doesn't require the physical action. You can do the things and still maintain your energy. That's why I don't mind doing these videos, because they fill me up. I don't feel depleted. Reconciliations. Yes, again, with this deep dive, Venus and Scorpio, right? Venus is love, the heart of the heart, and Scorpio is the underworld. We're being asked to question our beliefs, what we need, what we require from love relationships, just personal, platonic, romantic relationships in general, how we give away our power, how we are willing to be uncomfortable in order for another to be comfortable. Those are all those codependent behaviors we're putting down. We're learning to find a middle ground, middle pathways for everyone's needs to be met. Compromise. So yes, we're releasing codependency, but we're also really releasing hypervigilance, being shown ways that love was trying to present itself to us, and we pushed it away. Y'all know I like to keep it real with y'all. I have cried lots and lots of tears already this morning, some known causes and some unknown causes, but I was like, I'm here for it. Let me get what I can out of it. It was such a beautiful thing. Be teachable. Know that even in these hard moments, you're going to gain your wisdom. For myself, the last couple months, since June, really, well, we've been going through so many shifts, significant shifts. In 10 days, we're doing what would be done in like a year. So give yourself time to integrate and integrate. I'm just keep shuffling and talking. It's soothing. Integration simply means allowing shit to settle. But yes, a lot of my adolescent childhood memories have been popping up. Places where wounds were maybe picked up that I didn't even realize, and then I acted those out maybe as protection mechanisms, right? And then when those loving relationships tried to come in, I pushed them away out of fear. So if you have been being shown situations in the past that you wish you would have handled differently, know that we're being shown that reconciliations, right? So we can forgive ourselves. Probably forgive ourselves for the blame we placed on another, right? Because at that time we probably weren't wanting to take self-responsibility. So we were finding fault in another in order to push them away, kind of push them away before they pushed me away, hurt me before I hurt them type vibe. So if you are feeling lost in space, know that this says the skywriting, the fates, that we are being given the opportunity to see everything that was unconscious and make it conscious, bring it to light, right? Because what is that Carl Jung phrase? Something about until we bring the unconsciousness to light, we will let it direct our life and call it fate. I love that. Okay. So again, you're being given clues. The darkness isn't to punish us, but so we can call back our power and be intentional. We know the things now, and we know what it takes to move forward, right? We're resilient. We know that that not everything and everyone can go with us into this next phase. Yes, we are all capable of doing the inner work, but not everyone is choosing that. And we need to allow that as well. If you feel like you're hitting a wall, know that what is meant for you will never be walled off from you. Take this as a sign not to push forward, not to continue on, but to use that resistance. Redirect, trust the redirect. I'm hearing you never know what you're being protected of. Our small self, though we may want to push through, our higher self does know that there's a better plan. Maybe it's not a no forever, but a not yet. Be resourceful. Find gratitude, appreciation for where you're at. Find the lessons in the turbulence I'm hearing. In deep, quiet meditation and stillness. Yes. What can we get out of this darkness? Again, it's for our benefit. Go into it as if you chose it, right? And get every nugget out of it you can. That's how we ensure we learn the lesson and we move on and we evolve. And again, remind yourself nothing is ever removed without being replaced with something better. Even though there was a moment where you maybe pushed away love, and you need to forgive yourself as that memory comes up again. We live in an infinite abundant supply. The definition of the universe is more and expansive, and so nothing is wasted. Know that the next relationship that comes in will have, it'll be a little eerie how the similar qualities of what maybe what you didn't like in a previous version of someone, but maybe it won't have the things that weren't your preference, right? I'm thinking contrasting experiences. Like, it takes quite a bit of life lived before we determine what we want. Number one, what we want, who we are, especially if we've been running from it, numbing from it our whole life, and then to become brave enough to ask for it. And that's what we're working on right now, using our voice, stepping into our power. Okay, what else can you tell us on that, Spirit? Our moon cards here. Bright heart light, open connections, and divine feminine, magnetic receptive power. Yes, we know how this energy thing works now, right? We know not to push forward, to fall back, to get aligned before the action, and we lead from our heart. We follow our soul. And in this way, we step forward, living genuinely, authentically, and not creating any more karma for any more lessons for us to learn from. I mean, of course, we're going to continue to evolve, but we have learned the things. I'm hearing there's no need to be fearful that the past is going to repeat itself. We have learned the things. We are at a higher vibration, elevation, friendship, support, fun, unity, play. Yeah, we know how this works now. We know that we follow the good feelings. It's good to feel good. Feeling good now will only feel good, lead to more good later, right? You can say, I don't know where this is leading, but I know it's going to be good. Trusting that what's coming in is better than what we released, right? And being willing to release the thing, not knowing what comes next. That's really where that faith muscle comes in. It's easy to be happy and live in faith when all is going smoothly, but how do you show up when there's chaos? Can you remain grounded? Can you still do the things you said you were going to do, even long after the feeling has passed you? That type thing. I mean, I know I was just speaking on feeling good, right? But on that, if it's a thing you committed to, you know you want to do it, you know it's beneficial for your well-being. When it gets down to doing it, sometimes fear can crop in. I'm thinking of even people that start their wellness journey. I want to do it. I want to do this thing. They're so excited. They buy the workout clothes. They sign up. They write it all on their calendar. They buy all the things, and they put all this energy into the pre-planning, but then they psych themselves out. Either they wear themselves out with all of that preparing and they feel like they've accomplished a thing before they even started, or they get fearful. And the fear of failure, right? Because they have failed things in the past. We let that fear of failure, fear of things in the past that happened, keep us from our future. Again, those self-imposed limitations. And if we just go beyond those walls, we will see there's more and more. Calming the waters, peaceful self-regulation. I got a shout out to my girl Erica here, because this message has been coming through for us. I went to lunch with her last week. We pulled some cards, and this was the first one to pop. And then the next morning I pulled it again. And so I sent her the whole message, because I'm like, this is clearly for you. She's my antler girl. But yes, as I was just speaking on the world, our professional world, our job, our career, our purpose, our families, life, holidays, the calendar, it's all going to continue to come at us. Can we maintain that calm in the chaos? Can we take the time to pause? There's no one going to come in and tell us, take a break. It's time to take a rest. We are our own authority. Deep emotions, unknown feelings, past life influences. This one came up on the reel I shared this morning, I believe. But yes, some of the things that's coming up for you might not be from this lifetime. We carry wounds, also wisdom, but from up to 7 generations back. Know that when you heal the things, you're not only healing things for you, for your children, for their children to come, but also for all of those generations back as well. Thank you for your service. As long as you understand yourself, That's all that matters. That is what we are learning. Adjustment, looking back, moving forward. Yes, we only look back to see our growth, to remember how far we have come, to congratulate ourselves with these significant shifts, with in 10 days, our leaps and bounds, right? 10 days feeling like 10 or a year of growth or whatever. 10 days feeling like a lot more than 10 days of growth. On that, allow yourself to integrate. There is no outside authority, again, that's going to tell you it's okay to take a break. So know that you determine, listen to your soul. And again, it's all a mirror. If you're feeling rushed on the outside, that's your biggest clue to go within, right? Because it's like, just remind yourself, I must be exuding some anxious energy. Slow it down, go within, remind yourself you do have the time. Find your peace, that calm, peaceful regulation, and watch as your outside world begins to mirror that back to you. We can't go fast enough to keep up with the outside world. We're here to slow it down. We're returning to the earth, in a sense, to the way of our ancestors. And that's going to look different for each of us. Some of y'all might sell your house and go live in the woods in a tent. That might be me. Some of y'all might, I feel like I'm talking like I'm Southern, might be creating these self-sufficient, what's the word I'm looking for? When we don't need help from outside sources, we might be creating these new communities, right? Growing a garden, whatever ways. Check in. Our individual journeys guidance are going to look different for each of us, and we're all on different lifetimes as well. All right, so let's leave us with a message here. I was not intending on going this long, but here we are. Let's see what, we'll let these cards decide what our extended message in Patreon is going to be about. Gosh, words are hard, so it should be interesting. So, Spirit, what is the extended message going to be for our viewers that are feeling called to join us there? Time to collaborate and take the lead. Okay, so yes, stepping up, stepping into our power, being the leaders of the new earth here. So we are going to dive a little deeper as far as what our next steps are going to be and signs we can look for. So I love that. If you're needing something, reach out. And yeah, until next time, join us on Patreon if you want something further.